This is hallowed ground that we are standing on. Massachusetts is where this country got its start. It is home to the shot heard round the world, the first attempt at gun control. We have a right to bear arms to defend ourselves against the initiation of physical force, initiated by someone who wants to harm us. But in order to protect your right to own and bear arms, you need to know what a right is. You have to define it, because you can bet those who want to take it away don't want you to know what it is, because then they won't be able to take it away from you if you did. So I want to arm you, well, intellectually arm you, with information in this battle that we are fighting. What is a right? Rights are moral principles. They define and sanction your freedom to act in society. That means you can act freely to pursue your happiness so long as you do not violate the rights of another individual. Your rights are clearly spelled out in the Declaration of Independence. You have the right to life, to liberty, to property, and the pursuit of happiness. These are unalienable rights, meaning they cannot be separated from your nature, from what you are. These rights are founded on a view of man that was unheard of prior to the writing of the Declaration, and that each one of us is an autonomous, moral being. There is a reason that the first right is your right to your own life. You have the right to choose the direction of your life. You own your life. The right to bear arms is secondary. It is an extension of the right to your life. If you own your life, you have the right to the means to secure and protect it. In the free society, the initiation of physical force is strictly forbidden. Therefore, the use of firearms is sanctioned only in retaliation against the initiators of physical force, mainly the criminals. The Declaration continues, to secure those rights, governments are instituted among men. Observe, the purpose of government is strictly limited to the protector of the individual rights and not as the initiator of physical force like criminals or foreign aggressors. The consent of the governed does not mean that we, the governed, have installed rulers that may act at their whim like criminals. The consent of the governed only means that we have delegated our right to the use of retaliatory physical force to an orderly, objective process of laws. That is why the right to bear arms is only for retaliation. When a criminal violates your rights, you can only use them in response to physical force, not for its initiation. There are two ways that a right can be undermined. One, by an open attack on the Second Amendment. That would at least be reputable. The other is by stealth, through setting up a straw man and then attacking that straw man. The fact that murderers use firearms has nothing to do with the smug allegation that your rights have to be infringed through government-initiated force. That is the essence of their fraudulent approach. Undermine your right to keep and bear arms by lumping you with the criminals and the murderers. That is why you can see this unbelievable litany of violations to your rights on the books now that has been forced on you bit by bit, and that why we see this tidal wave of rights violating bills that politicians in Washington and here in Massachusetts want to drown you in.
And the mainstream media, too.
They pretend that you are their straw man. In fact, they all intentionally attack and violate your unalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of your happiness. Our government was founded to serve the principle of securing our rights. That means we, the people, are the master, and government is the servant. Even though our politicians still like to call themselves, they pay lip service, they call themselves our servants. They pose and act like our rulers by infringing on our rights at every turn. Their rights-violating laws make we the people the servant and government the master. Our leaders see us as subjects, not as thinking, autonomous, sovereign citizens. Why else would they have the gall to send out form letters that completely ignore you as an individual with rights? The battle lines have been drawn. The battle can only be won by proudly declaring that our rights are in fact unalienable. There can be no compromise on this principle. Never back down, never surrender. Your life belongs to you.